Yeah, but people don't quite understand that Brixton's not quite like other maybe places in London, and people have moved to Brixton years and years ago because of like the community feel that Brixton has, and also because Brixton has lots and lots of independent shops, so you really get a more independent service than maybe necessarily moving to Bromley or Croydon. And through Railtrack's kind of heavy-handed actions, it's kind of resulted in an awful lot of bad feeling, because people don't want independent shops to be replaced by large groups, the Hotel Chocolats, the Lush, the Mangoes of this world. And so therefore, like, since Railtrack have made these announcements to us, which has come out as a bolt out of the blue, it's created an awful lot of bad feeling, not only with the traders but with the general public in this area. And the thing with Brixton is that when people get angry, they sometimes kind of express it in a slightly different way than somewhere else. Unfortunately, like, we've been here 25 years, and in 25 years we've seen a riot and some mini riots, and unfortunately some of these kind of riots actually originate from places like here. It tends to be like a bubbling pot that you have to keep the lid on, and at the moment it's simmering and the heat is up a lot more. And if they don't watch it, it's like the old Kaiser Chiefs record, I predict a riot. Unfortunately, if they don't step down and have a serious rethink about this could actually end up in literally a riot. And if it doesn't, God forbid, if that does happen, then people sort of point the finger at, that we actually point the finger and go, well, you're actually the instigator of it. Railtrack, for your heavy-handedness and your lack of forethought, you actually cause all these problems.
You understand? Because once you come out of the building, you can't come back in. You understand? You can't come back in. No way you can't come back in. So we're going to hold on tight. You understand? Everyone have to get together and unite. You understand? And give Railtrack a good fight.
The shops we have here have been, some date back to 1932. It's 80 odd years of occupancy by the same family. A large proportion have been there for at least 20-30 years, and again that's a lifetime, and you've got, it's a lifetime of building up your trade, of having interaction with the local community, and the fact that you survive for that amount of time is an indication that you're part of the community, you're being used, that you're needed. Taking that out and having a row of shops here, which could be any other high street, you lose that sense of community, and you lose that heart, and it's important. It shouldn't be. We feel that there has to be a balance between making money, trade, and actually and living and being a part of the community. It shouldn't all be just about squeezing the last penny out of your assets. There's room to make money. You should be able to draw a line and say, that is enough, that we don't need to earn more than that. And so, that's where we are. It's
25 years, you never ever heard or saw the landlord. Every time there was a leak, you had to repair it yourself. And then one day someone rang your doorbell and said, hi, introduced himself as your absentee landlord, and then said, listen, what we've decided now is you can move out of your flat. We're actually going to redecorate it, and once we redecorated it, you are not moving back in. We found out somebody else for it, and because they're going to pay higher rent, and then you actually offer to match the rent of the new prospective tenant, and then they say, well, deep down, you're still not going to give it to you. We'll rather give it to them because their rent's more guaranteed. It's the same scenario. No one would actually be pleased and go, well, that's fine. Give the absentee landlord that's just reintroduced himself the keys and walk away without saying something. And it's exactly the same situation as here.